Good afternoon, people. We are back with another one.
Yes, sir.
One of your hosts, Solo Zay. Got Mr. Johnson here with me again.
How y'all doing out there, ATL? How y'all doing, world? What's going on with it on this Sunday? How y'all doing?
Yeah, man. Get your food in you, again. We got a lot of stuff to talk about.
Yes, sir.
We're gonna touch bases with this goddamn heat, man.
Oh my.
This heat is something else, man. Y'all gotta stay hydrated out here.
Yeah,
It's dangerous.
Yeah, for sure. It's definitely at a critical time of the year where everybody's feeling the heat. Literally, you know what I'm saying? I mean, it's hiding to, try to, advise, as much as possible, try to stay hydrated as much as possible, as cool as you can, and take breaks in it for the ones who are out consistently, you know what I'm saying?
In it directly in the sun.
And if you're in and out of it, you still have to take the same precaution as well.
Most definitely, man.
Yeah.
It's 84 degrees outside right now, but
That
shitting me.
That hitting in the air, bro.
It feel like it's 184 outside.
Man, I'm trying to tell you. I mean, the heat is just grab you by your arms and just hold you, boy. Cause I mean, hey, this thing is really, really heated out here. And like I said, hopefully everybody is taking their necessary precautions. And,
Stay hydrated, man.
Yeah.
Drink water, not Kool-Aid.
Hey,
Water.
yeah, try to, hey,
You know.
get that on H2O and H3O as well, and you can,
Yeah.
you gotta have it. Try to just stay as much as hydrated as possible out there, my good people.
Yes, indeed. Definitely don't want to wake up dead.
No, man.
How you do that?
I'm not quite sure how,
How you do that?
I'm trying to stay. Hey,
When
see
you-
what we do on this side.
When you went to sleep, you was alive, but when you woke up, you were dead.
Oh man,
God damn.
boy, that's rough.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
No, man, yeah. It's dangerous heat out here, man. Y'all stay hydrated for real.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What you think? I seen this article where this young lady had supposed to have been a Coach bag to melt on her shoulder.
What the hell?
The bag melted.
Where did she have?
Hey, bro, it happened recently. I wasn't quite sure exactly where it happened at. I didn't get the gist of that, but I got that little wind of, her bag melting.
Where the hell was she at?
She was out in the
These
sun
are the
somewhere. It said
questions.
she was out somewhere where it was hot at, but the bag,
Arizona.
some kind of, like I said, I don't know where this young lady was at, but the bag melted on her shoulder, bro. They said it's all on, supposed to be all on, the internet.
Hey, we got to check into that one, man. That's
You know what
crazy.
I'm saying, bro? And I'm like, wow, but
First of all,
what you
it's
think-
so
what
many
you
questions,
think about
man.
that, bro? What
It's
you
so
think
many
about
questions.
something like that?
At some point, you're going to think to yourself, your brain going to tell you, damn, it's getting hot. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
And to have a bag to melt and stick to your skin like that,
right.
I just, what the fuck were you doing that was so important that you couldn't feel this hot ass bag melting on your damn shoulder?
Bro, it is crazy though. But people
That's
be
the
thinking,
heat, man.
People be thinking, what's real, what's fake. You know what I'm saying? The
See?
materials that they making this stuff, some quality is better than others, and even the quality that's not as good, it still it slides through where it gets through there sometime, and people have to realize, you know what I'm saying? All this money that you're investing, if it's not made right here in your own country, how do you even can tell?
Yeah.
What are you truly getting for your money?
Material
For
wise,
your
yeah.
money. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? And
Yeah, man.
It's just mind-boggling on that. That tripped me out when I saw that. I said, hey, I've heard of some crazy things, but that's gonna go down in history as one of the craziest ones.
See, there you have it. That's how the heat is. She didn't even realize the damn bag was nothing. The heat messing with her brain. That's another reason why you gotta stay hydrated. It's hot as hell outside.
Man.
Perfect example.
Exactly.
Man.
It's
That's like mind-boggling to me.
It's serious, bro. I mean, it's that serious. So
Yeah, man.
people got to be careful out here. If you can get your things done early before the heat really hits you, hey, hey, do your best you can to, you know what I'm saying, do what you can do.
You can cook a steak on the concrete. That's hot.
Man,
Yeah.
The mud is like concrete right now.
Yeah.
It's that hot, man. The mud is concrete right now. It ain't even mud. Ain't a drop of hydration in that either.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
You
can
start
see
curling up.
You see the cracks and
yeah.
everything, like.
Shit look like old dead skin.
Bro. Hey, I guess you can dry out too.
Bad.
Hey, you can dry out. Everything can dry out. Yeah.
Yeah, we like 85% water. 15%.
Hey, that's what they say.
Hey. That what the doctor said, something like that, right?
Yeah, that's what they said. The doctor said. But,
the scientists, whoever.
Come up with the terminologies of this stuff.
Yeah.
Do we really know? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But they say we go back to the dust form.
Right.
So, you never know.
And then we only applying, well, for the most part, we apply the information that we're given.
Right.
You know, from the higher ups or the people who are authorized to give that advice on, you know, like science, medicine,
Right.
shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah.
Which leads me back to the flat Earth theory. You know what I'm saying? It's
a touchy.
It's a real touchy subject. You know what I'm saying?
You know, whether the Earth is round or if it's flat or whatever like that. You know, I mean, who's to say? But one thing for sure, it has been said when he found it, it had no shape.
Right.
So
yeah.
He created, it had no shape. So I
right.
don't know. You know who you gonna really roll with on that? You know what I'm saying? But what you think about it?
I mean, yeah, like you said, it's a real touchy subject because these are ticks from ancient scrolls and the Bible
right.
and stuff like that,
right.
versus scientific theories, because a lot of stuff that has to do with science is theories. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's which means it can be argued.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
It's not completely fact.
Yeah.
Of the matter.
Yeah.
Right.
And when you look at photos and all the evidence they say they have on this stuff, is like it's not real images. You know what I'm saying? It's not like just for instance, like a picture of the globe.
Right.
It's all computer generated. It's not an actual picture. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And also on top of that, the moon landing. Who the hell who was shooting that footage when they were landing? Who, you know what I'm saying? When they took off and got back into orbit of the moon, who was watching them go up? Because somebody had to stand right there and film this shit.
Well, my question with that has always been, okay, if the terminology back then wasn't even nowhere near the technology we have now.
Right.
How come we ain't been back to see it live?
Good question. That's a good question. We ain't been back to see it, and we still to this day don't have any footage of the Earth in full size from space. We don't have it.
I mean,
go check NASA right now. They gonna give you some shit they done blotched up and added clouds to, and it's easy to fool or manipulate the mind into thinking something without a $2 billion budget.
Right. But it don't cost you nothing.
Right.
It because me and a guy had a debate about it one time. A good friend of mine had a debate, and he was like, "Man, it would cost too much." I said, "It don't cost 1 cent to tell a lie, bro."
Right. It's easy.
You don't even have to pay 1 cent to tell a lie.
Now these people, they getting millions and billions of dollars. Ain't no telling what. I mean, I've seen footage and stuff of, them doing these training missions with their underwater. You know what I'm saying? And that's like they have a whole facility for like imitation of the ISS out of space, underwater.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
But it's I just like, man, you can't believe everything you read and see, especially with AI now. It's so crazy.
And if they say it is like it is in outer space, who in the world trying to battle to see who can go up there with all that supposed to be going, that supposed to come along within outer space?
Right.
We talking about
China,
other beings, as they say, that's supposed to be flying amongst our hidden space.
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying? Things that are greater. You know what I'm saying? It has a
more
greater
thousands of years of technology
way beyond our means.
Right.
You think I'd be want to go mix and mingle with that? Somebody might have an attitude about themselves that they might feel like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Somebody
might be hostile.
I might want to go over there in that little marble world over there and shake some things up.
Yeah, they got resources. We can take some of them. We can take their gold and use it for
whatever.
Well, we need it for on our planet to save our planet.
And it ain't nothing, and it could be nothing that could possibly stop that type of deal.
Yeah, so that's why I'm like, I'm not nervous about that type of shit, because if it is, then and what we gonna do about it? We can't do nothing about it. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's like some people get kind of scared or either say, "Oh, you crazy," stuff like that, because
for sure.
Human nature, the mind, is always curious on the next thing, the evolution, evolving.
Right.
We got CERN. You ever heard of CERN?
Yeah.
If you never heard of CERN, check it out. It's spelled CERN. It's a large hadron collider where they smashing energy particles together to open wormholes and all kind of shit like that. But it's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy shit. But
man, this whole thing just, I don't know why people just don't try to live their life.
And,
you know what I'm saying? The best way you can, because you just
stop trying to figure shit out all the time.
Just
leave the shit alone.
Certain things are meant to be left alone, bro.
Yeah.
Everything ain't to be explored like that.
Right.
If that was the case, you would already have the natural abilities to do it.
What was that saying? Curiosity
kills the cat.
Struck the cat or something like that. Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Like I said, I'm not worried about trying to take a trip to here to Mars and all that shit.
Nah.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm staying right here.
Yeah.
Leave me alone.
Trying to do it.
Hey aliens, how y'all doing? Right. Goddamn skinwalkers, whatever you want to be. They got all these different races, the Greys and the lizard people and all this shit that done came. Hey man, look, it's all. Hey, it is what it is.
Let's try to stay low, stay out the way.
Stay out the way.
You know what I'm saying? Just stay out the way with it. That's all we can do. One day at a time, man. Like I said, you never know when your time, on this side of the realm will be.
Where we meant to be at. So stop trying to mess with shit.
I mean, speeding the process up for what?
Right.
For what? I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We dealing with enough just trying to make it from day to day.
Just trying to maintain, yeah.
Why people can't just concentrate on that instead of just trying to scatter it all over the place with all different kind of scenarios and thinking how they think people should live. Everybody should be able to live the way they live. You know what I'm saying? In comfort, some kind of comfort, man. All this stressing and going on, it's just not good. But hey, gotta stay prayed up. Stay prayed up.
We are at war, goddamn.
All kinds.
We are at war
of all kinds.
Yeah, man.
Of all kinds.
So we right now in that stage where it's finna start getting crazy. You know. I got like I think I probably got at least 8, maybe 9 people in my family that's military, from the Navy to the Marines, Army, different branches. But yeah, I'm thinking about them like they went to the military to advance their careers. I don't think they really went to the military to be fighting and shooting. I mean, nobody wants to have to go through that. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, just how we're supposed to be, brought up as kids over here. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of different mindset in other countries. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. We grew up over here. We trying to play Nintendo. You know what I'm saying? We trying to play PlayStation, Xbox, whatever you want to call it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And do whatever little things on the trinkets or whatever.
Enjoy being a kid.
Just enjoy your life as a kid. But over in other countries,
oh, they own it. They raising them up.
And don't get me wrong, because over here too, it's certain branches, it's certain people they raising their kids up a certain way too.
Break the gun down, put it back together, not clean it. Yeah, all that.
It happens. Not saying it don't happen over here too, because it does.
Yeah.
You best believe.
It's just not more enforced over here as it is there.
Right, because everybody is trying to keep things at a certain level of context.
Yeah. And
how they go about their thing or their business, so to speak, day to day. But it's really, it's really mind-boggling. Like I said, some of these folk, and I'll be like, wow, man, you building your kid up for war for that kid ain't gonna know nothing about no being a kid
right.
like that.
Right, they just know. Attack.
Right.
Protect. Yeah.
And like I said, don't think we got it over here too. We got it like that over here too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Everybody ain't just, you got parents out here, they babies getting 22 rifles for birthday, and that's 5 years old.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We ain't even talking, maybe 10, 11 years old. We talking this shit. They barely walking good, like really standing on their own, and they be like,
doing flips, no karate, all that type of stuff.
Man, it's certain things though that I think everybody have to pay attention to the dynamic and don't get it twisted.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's happening all over the world. You know what I'm saying? Everybody start training their kids to do things definitely almost in a grown up manner type speak.
Yeah.
Like I said, they be 4 and 5 years old.
Yeah.
But yep, that's the way the world works.
Hey man, them kids they train to go, like they say TTG. Train to go, for real.
I mean, like I said, I guess as the generations go along, as they get stronger with it, because like I said, when nobody out here,
I can't even imagine how that would be for me, like not having a childhood.
Because people can say, oh, they still have a childhood when? In school?
I mean, to a certain extent.
Outside of that, though, they still have to step back out into that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They still have to go by that. You know what I'm saying? That which is being taught with them. And
you got to make your bed a certain way. You got to put that cuff on them sheets a certain way.
Like I said, there's a lot of discipline in it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Definitely involved with, how people, have their techniques and everything and stuff. So,
yeah, man.
Yes, sir.
We gotta stay ready, man, to keep from getting ready.
Yes,
because we can't believe everything they say on the news. Like I said, shit, you might think we might be one of the strongest countries, the most war equipped, ready countries, but shit, them folks start jumping out them planes.
Hey man,
you seen that movie Red Dawn?
Oh yeah, that was an old school movie.
Yeah.
That was an old
Good
school
movie.
movie with Patrick Swayze and them
Yes,
boys.
sir.
That's where it started from. Them
Yeah.
boys. And even what's my guy? But anyway, that they had a nice little. The original movie had a nice little cast.
Yeah.
Like I say with Patrick Swayze and them guys. They had a real nice lineup. But when I saw that back in the day, man, I was like,
Yeah.
man,
Y'all
what is
check that out,
what
man.
is
If
that?
y'all haven't seen or heard of Red Dawn, go check that out too, man. It's a good movie.
Yeah.
But it's
Yeah,
like
Charlie
it
Sheen.
could actually Charlie Sheen, yeah.
Charlie Sheen and Patrick Swayze.
Mm-hmm. That's one of them movies you'll be like, damn, like
classic.
It's
And
not
them
like it
kids
can't
was
happen.
at school, man. And
Yeah.
them kids was at school, and they were just looking
Normal
at the
day.
window, just a normal day, man. And them boys and them folks went to just gunning them kids down from the outside.
Yeah.
Bro. And I was like, wow, man. And everybody that they saw in their sights, they was attacking like it was no remorse to it.
Right.
Wasn't
One mission, one
no
goal.
Wasn't no holding back or nothing, man.
Yeah.
I mean, it was crazy how things can go like that, and
It's possible, man. Like,
hey, man, because hey, you sell them, you sell them your old stuff, thinking, oh, we passed that technology on,
Right.
now they can't mess with it, but they'll use it on you.
right,
They can still use it.
right,
What I look like, I ain't leaving you a slingshot in your backyard to fight.
right.
What in the
real,
world?
yeah,
Because
nah.
anytime you might want to you might want to get booked with it. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And decide to want to start some things. So
Yeah, man. So yeah, that's always something I be like, it's possible. It could happen.
and these countries showing that they are more war ready than you think they are.
Yeah,
Because it's going on as we speaking.
right. And
We
we over
sit
here
like-
we over here
Yeah.
chilling.
Man,
We
these-
chilling.
Man, these folks talking about bombs and stuff being dropped there, in certain places, man, and I'm like left and right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
That type of thing, man. Like you said, well, we just over here, everything kind of.
yeah.
You,
We just
you
living
ain't gotta
our
look
life.
out, you ain't gotta look out your window to see smoke trails everywhere and everything like
Yeah.
that. You know what
Bullets
I'm saying?
flying.
Yeah, you were having to worry about hunkering down. Ain't
Right.
no talking about going to the Walmart or none of that today.
Right.
You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Yeah.
Cause it's
Can't go out after dark.
what you know what I'm saying? Imagine power outages probably already could be dropping bombs. You know that's messing with everything.
Now, and that's another thing too, because if I was to go to war with somebody, the first thing I would do is take out their resources. That would be like one of the immediate things that I would do, and that's just coming from, like just being strategic.
Oh, but they do that.
Yeah, they got bombs that don't even. It won't even go off on and hit the ground. That shit can go off in the air
Right.
and
Right.
cut all our electricity out.
Yeah, of course. That's how they do it anyway.
Car won't crank up.
That's how they do it.
I don't care if you got a Tesla. That bitch ain't cranking up.
Oh, boy, please, they gonna hit
EMP blast. That's what they call it.
They're gonna hit that anyway. That's gonna
Yeah.
fry that motherfucker right
Right.
there on the scene. You might be clean as a whip, but ain't nothing going on up under that thing. That thing has been fried down,
De-juiced.
laid to the side. You feel me? You feel me?
Yeah, man.
Man, hey, boy.
Electricity, shit.
It's
Without
serious,
that,
bro.
man, look,
It's
all your food going bad.
as they want to say back in the prehistoric or close to prehistoric time.
Yeah,
Because you can imagine if you went through that winter, spring, summer, and fall.
yeah.
All like
All
that.
year round. Ain't
What?
nothing, and you know it ain't gonna be no change. And you know ain't nobody finna come and fix it. Georgia Power ain't coming. They can't do nothing.
So to me, that's why it's things like that people need to keep in mind. We need to be paying close attention to. We need to be trying to make sure our bills that it don't.
And get, you know what I'm saying?
You know that we can get together where it don't happen
Yeah,
like that. You know what I'm saying?
gotta have a plan.
But other than that, you just on your own.
Yeah,
You on your own, bro.
yeah.
On your own.
Prepare yourselves.
Yes, sir. For sure.
It's necessary.
Yes, sir.
Even if nothing don't happen, just be ready. Like I said, stay ready to keep from getting ready. You know, it's important.
It's all about it. It's not about paranoia. It's about preparation.
Yeah, being aware.
It's about that because it seems that they would be more of wanting you to be aware of things
Yeah.
versus panic.
Yeah,
It's too late to tell folk not to panic. When the panic button.
When they tell you not to panic, that's when you panic.
It's too late for it. It's already panic already done started.
Yeah.
When they try to tell you don't panic.
Yeah.
It's too late. You had time to give people awareness of things like that. You would rather things just fall out the bottom where everybody can't hunker down and do whatever. No, because it's part of who process.
Yeah.
Who's to say?
I don't know if y'all felt it or not, but Friday, I think it was probably around like maybe 1:30, around this time. It was around this time, almost 2:00 Friday. It was like a rumble for about 15 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
It felt like a small earthquake, but then it come to find out it was a meteor that traveled through our atmosphere.
Mm-hmm.
They ain't see that coming. You know what I'm saying?
They see everything else.
Yeah.
You know
I'm
what I'm
like,
saying?
damn. We ain't get no alert or nothing to say, hey, that's what that was or nothing. They just told us after the fact. You know what I'm saying?
After the fact, it could be too late. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? What good is after the fact?
Right.
When you can bring awareness before the fact. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that way, when it does happen, okay, why we've been.
We know how to prepare. We not procedure what to do.
You know, and to me, I don't understand people where they don't want people to be prepared. I
Yeah.
don't understand it.
Yeah,
Why?
I thought it was a
Only
whole full
certain-
earthquake.
only-
I was like, we don't have it.
But they say we have been getting.
I think the last time we got an earthquake,
We've been getting some rumbles on in certain
Yeah.
parts of the state. Anyway, at least coming from
like
the
Hall
north
County,
anyway. Like up in north anyway. I don't know.
I think the last one,
Straight.
a real earthquake we had was like in 2012, maybe
Okay.
11, but it was like a small. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't no critical damage type shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But yeah, you know we don't get. When I was sitting there, I felt it. I was like, nah, we don't get earthquakes, so that can't be an earthquake.
Oh shit.
You know what I'm saying? But
that's what they tell you.
yeah,
You know, that's what you would think.
yeah,
But any part of me that's on this place that we call Earth,
yeah.
it can shake and it can be shook.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Most definitely.
It can definitely be shook, bro. And
Yeah.
people just know. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, I know a lot of folks. Like, oh, we don't never get no snow. Now you got to play good in place. They get snow.
Yeah.
What that tell you? Nigga,
Yeah.
The demographic of things have changed. You know what I'm saying? Due to how they doing things. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? And yeah, it's a lot of stuff that was unheard of one while, but now shit.
Yeah.
Like they say, ain't nothing new under the sun, bro.
I seen it. This was something that happened that was strange. It snowed for like 3 or 4 days.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, the snow stopped or whatever, but the ground was still covered with snow. It was white everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
But after that shit, it started lightning, and that was like strange to me. Like it was snow clouds, but lightning was hitting the ground.
Man,
I was like, what the hell?
you never know what, but you never know what.
That was the first time. That was my first
they
and last
say-
time seeing that type of weather like that.
Hey,
Where it was snowing and lightning.
they said you ain't gonna know the seasons.
Yeah.
It's gonna come a time you don't know the seasons. That's been written. So.
And they say that's actually more dangerous than regular lightning because from that moisture of the snow, it's the electricity current is traveling further.
Right.
Yeah, man. It's crazy.
I try not to be out too much when it's doing stuff like
Yeah.
that anyway. You know what I'm saying? I try to hunker
In
down.
the house.
Try to hunker down. You know what I mean? Stay out the way.
Yeah.
Stay out the way, bro. 'Cause
Yeah, man.
it's crucial out here, man. It has gotten very, very crucial out here in this world we live in.
It's a lot of stuff going on, man. We got to stay aware.
Yeah, we do.
We got to have these conversations,
All the time.
you know,
All the time.
because, you know, information is very valuable.
Yes, it is.
You know,
Yeah.
they can take whatever your material away from you, but they can't take away this right here.
That's right.
You know,
That's right.
got to stay informed, read. You know,
Yeah, do your research.
Yeah, do your research, man.
You'll be surprised.
Just don't believe everything that everybody say all the time.
It's too easy. It's too easy. Like I said before, it's at a click of a button now. You gotta go dig 130,000
artifacts,
feet below sea level and all that stuff. You don't have to do
the information is out there.
It's right at you.
At your fingertips. It's right in you. You can go on your phone, do your research, man.
That's right.
Instead of watching memes about stuff that doesn't matter. It's irrelevant, you know.
Because you starting to look back at your shelves again. They looking kind of crazy in these stores now.
Yeah.
They looking kind of crazy in these stores.
Ain't no meat on the shelves. It's barely any meat. It's meat on the shelves. I ain't gonna say it's no meat, but it's not how it used to be though.
Yeah, it's not how it used to be, man. And you look at it since we've been coming into the year.
Yeah,
since we came into 25.
Trump got in office and started tearing.
I don't know who. I ain't gonna just say it's no one side. I ain't gonna say it's the other. Yeah. I would say as a government, it seems that they are just at odds and can't come together on this thing. And somebody gonna have to do something because, like I said, the people are just we feeling this pinch again. Like I've said before, everybody's feeling the pinch on this one.
Yeah, everybody,
and it seems like it ain't letting up. It seems like it's getting worse day by the day, and. Yeah, and all them groceries. The thing to me is, even if there is something on the grocery shelves, you can get a little bit. Mm-hmm. And man, you be looking at that amount of how much you done spent for that little bit, man. You be like, what in the world, bro?
It ain't even enough for the last week. It's barely enough for 2 meals,
bro. And
1 meal.
It's crazy when you see how the prices are, and I'm like. Why would the stuff cost so much? Because it's so little. Yeah. Why would you do that? You know what I'm saying? At least try to combat some of this strain, but I don't know. Like I said, it's one of those things, bro.
It's systematically set up, man.
We gotta keep it pushing though.
Yeah.
We gotta keep it pushing though.
We got.
The mud level's always up neck deep when it comes to certain factions. You know what I'm saying? So we just have to keep it, pushing as we normally do. Try not to get too stressed out, about things. Not going to say that it's easier said than done because it's not. Trust me, we all stressed. Yeah. We all going through some things, but we just have to. We gotta hold it in the road, though. Hold it in the road, folks.
While we sitting around a lot of doodah and shit, not us, personally, but as a whole, in general, we sitting around a lot of doodah and carrying on. Them motherfuckers sitting around talking about some shit that we need to be informed about. You know what I'm saying?
Oh boy.
Yeah. So, like I said, man, just stay aware, man, and educate yourself. It doesn't stop when you graduate or when you leave school. No. You got being aware is a continuous thing. Education is continuous. You learn something new every day.
Right.
So man.
Yeah, it's to your advantage. And like I said, it's not hard. It's not hard to find.
Yeah, we have to have these type of discussions. It's important
for all of us.
For all of us. And you got anything you want to say before we wrap it up?
No, just for everybody to stay focused, stay positive, stay prayed up. Oh, I got you.
Yeah.
And just keep it pushing. Like I said, just keep it pushing. That's all we can do.
Most definitely, man.
All we can do.
Appreciate y'all, folks.
Yeah, appreciate y'all once again.
Tuning in.
Once again.
Everybody, man. Until next time, man. We're going to holler at y'all.
Yes, sir.
Salud.
Yeah.